The Sci-Fi Film Podcast. Yeah. Hello and welcome to the Sci-Fi Film Podcast. I'm Andy Walker and I am, as usual, here with my son, Scott. Hello, Scott.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm okay. I don't know. I think it's a bit weird again. I think my mood's been all over the place due to the weather. Again, the English weather just doesn't seem to know what it's doing, so I don't know how we're in tonight.
Okay.
But how are you doing, Father?
Me? Oh, yeah.
As good as that.
Yeah, well, I'm still breathing, so we're getting somewhere.
Well, you do sound a bit better than you did the other week.
Well, it couldn't sound much worse. Yeah, it is what it is, and it'll be what it'll be, and all that kind of shuff, all that kind of shuff.
That kind of stuff.
No idea what I'm talking about now at all.
Turned into Nan, that's the problem.
Right. Here we are again, and all that kind of stuff to do film review type thingies and stuff and things. So we're going to start off with a trailer, which we have watched.
Yes.
From Deformed Lunchbox, this is a trailer for a new film called Baleful. Can't really tell you much more about it than that, other than the fact it's a trailer for a feature film that they are making called Baleful. I think this may have come out of the whole idea of doing Serial Man, but it's been changed or whatever. I don't know. It may be a completely different thing. I don't know.
Yeah, but they seem to have a lot of projects on the go at the moment.
Yeah, but it is a feature film, and I don't know when it's going to be finished and ready or whatever, but the trailer is at the moment on the Deformed Lunchbox YouTube channel, which I will, of course, put a link to, as always. So what did you think?
Do you know, even though it's only, I think, like 30 seconds long, all of it just screamed Deformed Lunchbox. It's just, if you had someone had played it to me and I hadn't realised what it was, it would have been my first thought, because it's just got their, even with like the little trailer and what you see of it, it's just got their spin on everything. And like we said before, we've seen so many of their short films and what they can do. I'm really looking forward to this.
Yeah, well, I was thinking, I mean, it doesn't show a great deal. It doesn't give away much about the film.
No.
Enough, given what we know already about what their films are like.
Yeah,
I really want to watch it.
Yeah, it's one of the best trailers I've seen, because it's, unlike a lot of trailers which I've seen lately, all the good stuff of the films are in the trailer.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that that's not true with this one. But knowing what we know of their previous stuff and speaking to them and what they've been up to and what their ideas are, I can see this being quite a piece of work.
Yeah, I mean, what you can see on there does look interesting and very odd.
Yes, it's definitely got their. Well, it's like I said, it's definitely got their spin on it.
Absolutely.
There's no way of saying it without it sounding horrible, but it's not. It's got it. You see it and you automatically scream. It screams to you. That's their work.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely it looks very original, looks very interesting, and I'm definitely thinking it makes me just want to watch to see what it is, what they do with it.
Yeah.
it's yeah. So I mean, everybody out there, I mean, if you go and have a look at the trailer and keep your eyes peeled for the full film. As soon as we get any more details about the full film, I have been in touch with them and they have said they will let us know
Oh, wicked.
when it's coming out and everything, and we may well get a
Yeah.
preview of it and be able to give a review of it before it actually gets released or whatever. In which case that'd be really cool. But we'll see how it goes.
Saying though,
But
for
that's
anyone that's listening, if you haven't heard us talk about them before or watched their stuff before, go and have a look. They've got such great ideas for
yeah,
films and the films they've made. I don't think we've watched one and looked at it and gone, "That's dud. That's nothing."
no,
Like
no.
I think there was one we looked at and was a bit close to the mark. But again, there are so many on their site that they're just amazing ideas.
And I mean, they make a lot. They made a lot of their own stuff, but they also distribute other people's short films and things like that. So that's really cool.
Yeah,
They do that as well.
they're good at looking at their own work and helping out other people to put it out because they've got quite a big following.
Yeah,
And even if all it does is bring in a couple more people to watch a film for something else, then they're doing good. And I think that's really helped and really does amazing work for all of them.
absolutely, definitely. So, cheers. Check that out. Baleful on by Deformed Lunchbox. Okay.
Yeah,
So the two films we are reviewing, they couldn't be much further apart if they tried.
no, that is
Uh,
exactly true.
the first one is an independent feature film called Oriana Rises.
Oh, that's how you pronounce it. Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oriana Rises. It's Legacy Verse Productions from 2022. Editor, writer, and director was Keith Munden. The synopsis for this says a young man named Kevin agrees to apartment set an apartment that is secretly cursed by the ghost of an ancient witch. Will he be able to resist her power, or will Oriana's power create an even deadlier threat?
Hmm.
So, I mean, the first thing I want to say about this is that I thought at the beginning of it, there was some interesting camera work and effects during the titles.
Yeah, I can't admit, it was a bit of a weird thing. Is the not being prepared for it made my eyes go a bit funny. But yes,
Yeah,
it was a very unique title sequence.
yes. Now,
Oh, okay.
mm, there is a big element in this about the fact that the guy who's the main character, Kevin, is and his best friend who gets him to apartment set are both stoners.
Yes.
And I have never been a big fan of stoner movies.
No.
They bore the shit out of me, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I got to admit, I did when I first see that bit, and I was like, I sort of first see it straight away, and I was like, well, that's going to be the big you.
Um, the acting in it is all a bit wooden and
Yeah, some
yeah.
dodgy accents as well.
I mean, the idea and the story isn't bad.
Yeah,
It's not completely original, but it's not
no,
bad.
it's not an original idea, but it's not. I can see what they were trying to do,
Yeah,
and I can see like where they were going with it and what they wanted to sort of put out. But I don't know. It again, the sort of whole stoner bit of it, and I was like, when I first see that, and I was like, oh, okay.
yeah.
And then saying the acting wasn't the best.
I
They
think,
could,
I mean, there are some there are some good things about it. I mean, there's some quite good makeup on with the witch and the camera and sound effects during the sort of dream sequences that he has are quite good. The mask is pretty good. Um,
yeah, the some of the cinematography, the special effects, or the like visual effects on the makeup, and I thought were all right. I suppose as well to a certain extent, the soundscaping of it was quite well done, especially during the dream sequences and stuff like that, because it gave you that feel of it in there. But it's just I think for this, it balanced itself out. There's some reasonably good parts and some bad parts, and it balanced itself out a bit for it to be a okay-ish film for
Yeah,
me.
I mean, I think the best acting in the film is by the woman who plays the witch.
Yes.
I think she was the best actress in the whole thing.
Yeah.
Um, there is one thing I could. Okay, she wants him to dig up her head, which was buried when she was decapitated when she was alive as a witch, about what 3 centuries ago or something, and
Yeah.
it's buried about a foot underground in the back garden of a new apartment building.
Yeah.
And it's like that wasn't very deep,
No,
was it?
it's just very, very well and or hidden very well. No, it's sad. There's a few parts in it I thought sort of I looked at and I was like stuff like that, and there's sort of moments, a few other moments, but I tried getting into this a bit more of an open mind with a lot of, especially being an independent film, being
Yeah, yeah.
probably not massive budget within it, and
There
it's
were
sort of trying to do something like that. And I get that it's a hard thing to do, but
there were a few bits that I thought were really quite good. I mean, the blood effects on the dead bodies, the fork in the eye, and the
yeah,
head being squashed, they were quite good.
yes, there's certain effects like visual effects and
Yeah,
makeup I thought were really good. But there's for me there were too many bits that let it down for
yeah.
it
No,
to
I
redeem it.
agree. I agree. And this,
I hate to say it, but
yeah, no,
it's
I know. And the ending was okay, but it wasn't great. I mean,
no, it's
I
it
would
was a
say
bit of for me it was a
it's
bit of an anticlimactic ending.
yeah,
It was just a bit of a walking off, and I was like,
it's an
okay,
okay film. It's not.
yeah. As I say, if it's, I get it's in it. Like I said, it's an independent film. It's
Yeah,
it's taken a lot to put for them to put it out, and I fully understand the fact that it's not the easiest thing to do, making films and
I
making them the best. But
as we said before, I wholeheartedly commend anybody who's made a feature film and puts it out because I haven't done
yeah,
it. I've done short films, but I haven't done a feature
yeah,
film.
no, exactly. Like I've like to actually do it and have the confidence to put it out, and have the confidence first to try it. Fair play to them, and
I will
I'm saying
say,
it's not
I will say
not
one
a
thing that I
bad
did.
film.
One thing that I did like, there was some good music in it, and the song at the end I really liked.
I say it's for me. It was there was like a list like basically like a pros and con thing, and it sort of it weighed each other out to make it an okay-ish film.
Yeah, yeah,
But I say it's not something like if they ever get around to if they can listen to this or whatever. We're not saying like give up. It's just keep trying, keep pushing yourself, and you can make a absolutely A-rated top tier film. It just takes people that while, and I think this is one of the moments of having what you can do and just
yeah,
where
yeah,
you can.
yeah. I mean, obviously they've made this within the limitations they've got, and and say it's not bad, but it's just
It's not
just
being not being
okay.
funny. If you say this is their first film and they put it out and it was such high class and top quality, you've then got to bake it better and like the
Yeah,
next one better, and you then end up running out of ideas or running out of steam. But this it's an okay film. All you can do is get better.
yeah, yeah. No, I agree. Okay, on to our second film. Now, this is a much more mainstream film with a bigger budget and more sort of stuff and everything. This is a film from 2024, and it is the film Spaceman.
Yes.
The director is Johan Renck. Writers are Yaroslav Kalfar and Colby Day. And the cast is Adam Sandler, Carey Mulligan, and Paul Dano. The synopsis for this says Czech astronaut Jacob Prozachka is 6 months into a solo space mission to investigate a mysterious cloud of dust and particles called Chopra lying beyond Jupiter. The cloud
Yeah.
appeared 4 years ago, and Jacob's mission is to collect samples of the cloud and return to Earth. Concerned with the state of his life back on Earth, he is helped by an ancient creature he discovers in the bowels of his ship.
Yeah.
Okay, You want me to start on this or not?
No, I'll do it. I was really obviously this is my suggestion
Yep.
for you to do, mainly because of the fact we haven't done that many sci-fi films again, and I just thought, you know what, it's a sort of blend of both from what I can get the sort of psychological bit of it as well. But
Hmm.
I thought it was a bit weird, a bit weird to do, and for me, now I know this is probably going to put out a few people, but I'm not a big fan of Adam Sandler. Can't I?
No.
There's certain films he's been in that I go, okay, I think he's a better producer than he is actor. And as
Okay.
sad, and I feel bad. But this, I genuinely like him in.
Hmm.
I think that him playing a straightforward, serious-ish role, the whole comedy bit of it is him trying to make himself feel better, not like slapstick or anything like that. I think suits him better.
Well, I mean, I don't think it really had much in the way of comedy as such. I mean, there was a little bit of like wry humor, sort of
Yeah,
dry,
it's
dark
but
humor. But I've got to say, I mean, I am not a fan of Adam Sandler at all. When you suggested this, I was really kind of like, oh God,
yeah,
because I can't say I've ever seen a film with him in it that I've liked.
no. As an actor, it sounds horrible. As an actor, I don't think he's that good. But as a producer and a director,
Well, I mean, what I will say is I've never seen a film with him in it that I've liked, but
yes,
this is the first of his film there, and he has made a few. This is the first of his films that's a serious drama that I've seen.
yeah,
The only other films I've seen him in have been comedies, and I just don't like them at all.
yeah,
Um, I really liked this though. I thought it was a really good film. It had some excellent things about it, and it's made me change my mind about watching him in other films. If I see another film with him in that's a serious drama, I would think I would watch it because of the fact that I think he played the part really well.
yeah. And I totally agree. Seeing him play this serious side, and not only serious side of it, but someone that was quite obviously suffering,
Yeah, yeah.
and him portraying that I almost said suffocation, and to portraying that suffering and that emotional range as well as he did for me,
Oh yeah,
I
yeah,
think it shows that he is an amazing. I think he's a good serious drama actor.
yeah. Now, I mean, the thing that got me about this is that it's got quite a slow pace to it, but
Yeah,
that works with the story, the way that the type of story it is. I think if you had rushed it too much, it really wouldn't have worked. You
no,
had to have that time of the two characters, him and the creature, getting to know each other and becoming sort of uh,
acquainted.
aware of each other
Yeah,
and knowing each other and that sort of thing. You had to have that because otherwise it wouldn't have worked at all. Um, there's some excellent cinematography in this. And there's also some really strange imagery in the kind of dreams and visions that he's having
yes.
when the creature's inside his head and when he's just dreaming anyway. Um, it's a, I mean, it's incredibly well written.
Yes, I'd
Um,
say the whole story behind it, the whole premise behind it, is amazing. And
Absolutely.
what I loved about this film is it was it was all to start off with. Anyway, it was very hard. I don't know if you found it but for me, it was very hard to tell if it was real or if it was just him
Yeah.
basically going stir crazy from being alone for 6 months.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean. Yeah.
Because as
No,
much as he was talking to people,
yeah.
there
Yeah.
wasn't that connection.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
to actually, and so it's where, and obviously, like you said, you're being sleep deprived, and that your brain starts playing tricks on you. And it's sort of that moment where you said, "Of like, is this happening?" Because
Yeah.
when he talks to ground control, they can't find anything,
Yeah.
and it's like, is it in his head or is it actually there, or is it just like a hallucination or what? And it's sort of, it's not. It wasn't overdone of like this is a creature that's been connected onto the ship and he's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
something's hit it and this is where he's turned up.
Yeah.
It gives you that moment of where has this come from, what's happened, and draws you in more. And I really liked it.
I tell you, I mean, it was a bit of a difficult watch in places because because the creature is so spider-like,
Yes.
and it's really difficult. I don't have a phobia about spiders. I don't have a problem with spiders, but they are. It's interesting. Years ago, I read a science fiction story,
Yes.
science fiction book by Bob Shaw, and there was a thing in there where he describes this thing, um, which is they talk about when humans uh, come into contact with aliens, if they don't look like us,
Yeah.
um, how we would react to them. And the thing that they have is they call it arachnid reaction. And the thing is that the more spider like the alien looks, the more violently we would react to it.
I,
And that was what surprised me is that he didn't react that way to it.
no. I don't get me wrong. When you first see it, he does try, I suppose, to, as it says on there, to sort of fumigate it
Yeah.
and stuff like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
it's not like attack. It's he thought there was something wrong with the ship.
Yeah, yeah.
Now I commit. I'm sort of the same with you. I haven't got fear of spiders. And anything, it's the opposite. I love them, love everything around, and I know. And it's but for me, I think it's that I know the whole thing. If the bigger they are, the more venomous they are.
Yeah.
But I sat there and I watched this, and I don't get me wrong. I love saying spiders and all that, but I know the fact there's creatures out there that can be massive, not as big
Yeah.
as they are in this. But I sat there and I looked at it, but I sat there and I thought to myself, that is one of the moments you're like, I'm not too sure how to feel because I love spiders, but I sat there like, even that's a bit too big for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And especially is the fact that it wasn't, I suppose, reacting like a normal spider. I know it's not a normal spider, but
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that thought in your head is it's not reacting like a normal spider.
Yeah.
It's that
I think
that
it's
whole
quite,
premise behind it. But the fact that I think that's what I like about it is the fact that a lot of people out there have got a fear of spiders. Arachnophobia is such one of the biggest phobias in the
yeah.
world, and to
Yeah.
have a fear like an arachnophobia and sort of things to go along with it, like you said, the whole seeing aliens, how you would fight if that fight and flight thing, and knowing the fact that that look that he's got is terrifying to a lot of people, and it's got the whole thing about how we perceive aliens,
Yeah.
but he's the whole demeanor and the whole premise and the person he is or the thing he is
Yeah. Yeah.
completely opposite to the way that he looks.
It's also it's quite interesting because the voice it uses and the way it talks to him, the voice and the way it talks reminded me so much of the HAL computer in 2001.
Yes.
Kind of almost expected any minute for it to turn around and say, "What are you doing, Dave?"
Yeah. It's just it's moments like, but saying it's the fact that that's what I love about it is the fact that you look at it, it's that whole. It's one of the things actually. I had a conversation with one of my friends about this field randomly about how we would react um, to aliens, and we were having a reaction about alien invasion. And if you speak to someone and say or aliens coming to Earth, what's your first thought? 9 times out of 10, people would say something like Independence Day. So that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
But then that's what we've been pumped. All the films are like pumped into us. But to see a
Yeah.
film where it's the opposite basically. They're coming to Earth. Yeah, they look terrifying as hell. They look like giant spiders. They're massive. They look terrifying, but they're anything but.
Yeah.
They're peacekeeping. They're peaceful. They're helpful. They're reassuring.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
the whole thing of, and I suppose it goes along with a lot of human nature as well. Is just because what they look like on the outside doesn't paint on what they are. You
Yeah.
can look like the biggest, scariest person in the world, but doesn't mean you are.
Yeah. No, I agree. I agree. I mean, yeah, I really enjoyed watching this film, and I got to the end of it, and I thought that was a really good film. Like,
Yeah,
it was just an enjoyable film to watch. It
it
kind of
was, and I thought it was the same. A lot of the subjects that were brought up in it, I think, were very well handled
yeah,
as well. The whole being apart from like the whole long distance of being apart from someone for that long, and how a relationship would last that long, and
yeah,
how it affects your mental health, not only being apart from somebody you've been with for God knows how long, but having that non-human connection or that non-physical connection
Yeah,
on a
yeah,
day-to-day basis, how that would affect you. And I think the fact that they showed that very well, and the way that it was dealt with and the way that it was shown, well, for me, was amazing.
yeah. No, I agree. I think it was really well done. And seeing what was going on with his wife at home on Earth at the
Yes,
same time as what was happening with him on the ship was quite good, because it gave you an insight into what was going on within their relationship,
yeah,
and all that sort of thing, which you were also getting through his visions and dreams and that sort of thing.
yeah.
Um,
But it's seeing that both sides as well. It's not just, I suppose, because a lot you're thinking it's been portrayed a lot in a lot of things that relationship wise, when people break up or they get to that point, one goes on to a normal life and one is then devastated.
yeah, yeah,
And it's never obviously the same person, the same thing. But to see it from this point of view is that yes, she felt like that and wanted to step away, but it's not just, oh yeah, fine, I'm gonna switch everything off.
yeah,
She was still suffering and still going through what she was, as well as trying to figure out how to actually tell him and how to go. And I like the fact that, Sam, like you said, it showed both sides of it.
yeah, yeah,
And Sam, I love the cinematography to this as well. The set design as well for a lot of it, and the location for some of the
yeah.
dreamscapes and some
And I
of the
mean
things.
the effects, the weightlessness effect, and all that kind of thing were really well done.
Yeah, and Sam, the locations as well for
Yeah,
some of the dreamscape things and some of the bits that were going on, I thought were very well done.
yeah,
I,
yeah,
I genuinely feel the same as you, that I might, if it comes to a serious drama or action thing that Adam Sandler's in, I might genuinely give it a chance, just
yeah,
because of the fact
definitely.
that a lot of
I,
them that I've cut off because I'm like, oh, he's just going to be him again. But
yeah,
seeing this has changed my perception of him.
absolutely. I definitely would give it again, if it was another drama, I'd definitely give it a watch, because I think his acting has gone up in my estimation because of the fact that I think he played this part so well,
Yes.
so well. It's really good. Okay, right. So there you go. We got Baleful from Deformed Lunchbox, which hopefully will be coming out soon in its full entirety. But
Hopefully.
definitely have watched the trailer and see what you think. We've got Oriana Rises, which we weren't overly enamored of, but it's an okay film, and we
Yep.
give them full kudos for putting out a feature film.
Yes.
And Spaceman from 2024, which we both agreed was a brilliant film, really worth watching.
Yes.
So give it a go. It's on Netflix at the moment, so
Yes.
give it a watch.
It might be on other places as well, but I know it's
Yeah,
definitely
it's
on
probably on other places as well. There you go. I will put a link to the trailer that's on. There's a trailer on YouTube, which I will put a link to, so
Netflix.
people can watch that should they wish to.
Yes.
Right. Oh, yes. There we go. Next time we will be doing more of the same sort of stuff. I don't know what the films are going to be. We will check it out and we will let you know. Thank you very much, Scott.
Okay. Glad
Thank
that
you
I
for
could do it.
suggesting Spaceman.
Yeah.
I was dubious to say the least, but I enjoyed watching that no end. Actually, I really
Yeah.
did.
I'm saying I was a bit dubious about it, but I thought give it a chance, and I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that we gave it a chance, and I'm glad that we got a chance to watch it.
Absolutely, definitely. Right. So, um, everything and all that things being equal and stuff and going on and stuff and things and stings and stuff and stuff and stuff. And HR
Stuff and
Puffin.
puff.
Huh?
HMS stuff and puff.
No, HR Puffin stuff.
Oh,
And more power to your elbow and all that kind of thing. And until next time, bye.
bye.
The Sciforror Film Podcast.